Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I really truly appreciate each and every single one of you, whether you are new or returning. Welcome back, soul family. As always, disclaimers, information, and decks are in the description box down below. If you're interested, please have a look at least at the disclaimers so you can have an idea of how a tarot reading works if you've never watched one before. And again, as always, thank you all so very much for being here. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's see what this reading has in store for us today. Excuse me. I have been really enjoying this deck, and it's like the cheapest one that I have. Goes to show, price doesn't always mean better. Right now we have the Ace of Swords, Quetzalcoatl. I love the imagery of these cards. They're very nice. Let's see, right there. And then we have the Devil, which is a demon. I believe that's Virgo. We have the Harpy, Six of Swords. We have Queen of Wands. We have Lilith. Welcome, Lilith. Excuse me. My voice always wants to start acting up whenever I'm doing a tarot reading. Okay. Then we have the Hermit, who is a Yeti. We have the Empress Kalima, the goddess Kalima, which is interesting because a lot of these cards have been coming out lately. I believe in the last reading, both Lilith and Kali came out together. Two very powerful goddesses. Let's see. Oh. The King of Cups also came out in that reading as well. So we have the Knight of Swords, which is Taurus and Gemini, I believe. And in the background, actually, I noticed this is like a Hydra or something, like a dragon. It reminds me of another card in this deck, but I don't remember what card that is in terms of the suits. And then we have the Six of Cups, Jenny Greenteeth, who is a Scorpio. We have Scorpio here. We have Pisces, Aries, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini. We have the number 9, number 3, number 6. And for this one, we have another Aquarius, Five of Swords, in reverse, the Angel. So it's interesting, we both have a demon and an angel here with us. So let's see what these messages that are trying to come through mean. Ace of Swords and the Hermit. I feel like you have been wanting to communicate something, but you've been going within and you have been trying to think about what would be the best way to bring this up, or how should I talk about this? How should I word things? Because, a lot of us know it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I feel with this, the Ace of Swords is you wanting to say something, you wanting to speak your truth, you wanting to come through and show people the real you. Spread your wings high and let yourself be known for who you really are. But there's this aspect of you, this part of you that is also in this kind of contemplative energy. This energy, I feel, has to do with maybe someone in particular. maybe at work or a family member. Number 9 is close to number 10, and number 10 is about it is the end of a cycle. So it's like you're very close to the end of a cycle, and it's like you can see it, you can feel it, you know it's there, but there's still something missing. Like, I feel like you may feel that there's an aspect of you that is not where it needs to be in order for you to move on to that 10, and then move on back to 1 and have a new cycle instead of like this old cycle that you may still kind of be on. I feel like that is ending quite soon with the 9. So here with the Devil and the Empress in reverse. I have this feeling that you're trying to balance your light and your dark, light and dark aspects within you, and find balance within yourself too, because we have 6 and we have 3. 3 is half of 6. You may be trying to make a decision on something and not sure quite how to go about it. I also have this feeling like you don't want to come off as being too harsh or being unruly or being aggressive. But at the same time, you don't want to come off as being too kind and loving and nurturing. So I feel like whatever this is, either it has to do with someone who maybe disappointed you, or maybe you guys had arguments, or maybe a falling out or not talking to each other, or it could be possibly a career thing, and you could be kind of trying to be consciously aware of the way that you come out, because it is a professional setting. So you don't want to seem too easygoing, and you also don't want to seem like controlling or manipulative or anything like that. So I feel like this is either in regards to a person or career, in more particularly. Even though we don't have any suits of pentacles, but I did have that feeling, so I feel like maybe that message is for more few of you. The 6 of Swords is saying that you're really wanting to go forward and move forward and strive towards the next best thing for you. You're trying to figure out what it is that makes you sing, what it is that makes you happy, what lights you up, what brings you joy. And you want to strive towards that. You want to head in that direction and move away from confusion or people, places, things that no longer resonate with you, which has been a very prevalent message lately. So don't be afraid to let things go or people go. It happens. It's a necessary part of life in order for us to grow. It's like if we want to travel the world, we cannot literally take our whole entire house with us. Like, it would literally not be possible. If you want to take a plane, take a trip to another country or to another city, whatever the case is, you're not going to be able to bring 10 luggages with you full of your whole room. I mean, if you have the money for it and you want to, but of course, you also have to consider the weight capacity of the plane, and everyone else is bringing luggage. And not only that, but they have cargo and whatever else that they have that they're shipping or anything like that. So I'm also seeing, like, please try to be considerate of others around you in this difficult time, even if it has been, like I said, difficult in regards to someone or a job. Be considerate of others and be compassionate. Like, you don't have to show it that, you don't have to really show it and be so spoken about, like, I hope I'm making sense. This is just saying for you in your head, in your mind space, to not be so aggressive in terms of this person or this, like maybe a boss that you have, or a coworker who's been talking shit behind your back, or something like that, a friend who, kind of ghosted you, whatever the case is. It's like you're trying to figure out what makes you happy and move away from the things that make you feel less compassionate and understanding, and moving away from the things that make you feel bound and manipulated. The Knight of Swords in reverse. So again, there's this feeling of you wanting to say something, but you're not saying it. The Barbarian has much strength. And in this picture, in this depiction of the Barbarian here, he's slaying some kind of creature. And we see the hands up, and this is kind of giving me this sense of mercy. Like if this being, this entity, was asking for mercy at this last moment, and the Barbarian just chops him off. The Barbarian's not thinking twice. The Barbarian's only thinking about themselves or other people that they're trying to protect, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But who knows, maybe that dragon or that creature could have been different. So what I'm seeing with this card is don't jump to conclusions about people in your life right now, because a lot of people are going through a lot of shit, and just because someone has not been talking to you doesn't necessarily mean that they hate you or that they don't want to be your friend anymore or something like that. There's more than meets the eye, and there's so much more that we do not see here. So this is saying to stand in your strength, to communicate your mind and speak freely, but also to be aware that not everyone shows their hand. You may very well be quick to open up to other people, and other people around you may be very closed off, and that may be something that is very difficult for you to handle and deal with, because you may feel like, well, I mean, I'm an open book, why can't you be? And it's difficult for a lot of people who, were never raised that way, or maybe they're raised the complete opposite, to keep shit to themselves. And it really does affect them and affect their relationships and their friendships in the future. With this Queen of Wands, this Lilith card, it's definitely saying, like, you are standing in your power. You're moving towards standing within your power, your creativity, your passion, your spirituality, your motivation, all of this fuel and passion within you. Perhaps you've been feeling more sexually liberated, feeling more open and free, and less caring about, what shit people are talking, and caring more about who's here with me and who's showing up and who's not. With this Pisces and Aries energy, I'm trying to learn more about, signs and everything, but from the top of my head, I am an Aries, and we are in the season of Aries currently right now that I'm posting this video. And so Aries, we could be stubborn, we could be quick-tempered sometimes, we can be, very outgoing as well. We strive to start things. We're not always good at finishing things though. And Pisces are very emotional, very loving. So there's this element, both elements, Pisces is water and Aries is fire. So there's that element of balance, trying to figure out balance between action and emotion. It's important for you to feel through your emotions, but it's also important for you to, at some point, you know, when you've healed that, like, take the action and the steps necessary that you need. This card gives me so much of a sense of liberation, freedom, a self-love, self-compassion, understanding yourself, and standing so strong in your power that no one can shake you. No one. Not your family, not your friends, not a stranger, not your boss. Like, you do what you have to do because you have to do it, but you speak your mind. You say your truth. And if you don't currently, then this is a kind of energy that may be coming into your zone of awareness soon. Or maybe this is something that you have been wanting to work on, and this is a confirmation for you to do that. Don't be afraid of what other people may think or say or do. Be in your power. Sing your heart out. Speak your mind. Spread those wings. You know, you are strong enough, and just look around and see how far you've come. Now we do have here the Six of Cups in reverse, as well as the Five of Swords in reverse. So the Six of Cups is about, you know, reconciliation, about something from the past coming to light. It's about bonds, friendship, significant other. It could be about relationships, doesn't have to be romantic. But there's a lack of balance here. 6 is a balanced, even number. And it's in reverse. So it's like there may be a situation within that has to do with someone or a career that may be leaving you feeling like it's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna work. With this Five of Swords in reverse, though, it's like you're making that decision to walk away. You're making that decision to let go of the Three of Swords. Because in the original depiction of the Five of Swords, we have in the foreground a guy holding 3 swords. Behind him are 2 swords on the ground, and further back in the background of that card is someone else who's walking away. So what that's telling me within reverse is thinking about those swords that are behind him, not the swords that he's holding. Makes me think of the Two of Swords. So there's this decision that you have made or are coming to make, that you want to move away from this energy, and in order to move forward, making me think of the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about walking away. But in that Eight of Cups, we also see the moon. And the moon is about what is hidden. It is about secrets. It is about shadow. It is about the inner workings. It is about the unseen, the unknown. It is hard to see. You look up at the sky and you could see the moon bright, but when you look at the reflection of the water, you don't see a perfect circular shape of the moon, like, let's say, if it's a full moon. It just looks like a blur. So I feel there's this sense of blurriness in your zone right now that is being washed away. You're making that decision to wash that away, to clear that out of your energy, and to stand in your power. The King of Cups in reverse, the Orc, is possibly a person. We have Scorpio and we have Libra. This person may sometimes seem barbaric to you, and we have a barbarian. They may sometimes seem very off-putting, or like they really don't fucking care at all, or, you know, they may be putting a face, a mask, and you're not quite sure, like, is this person transforming? Are they still that person? Are we still friends? Like, is my boss, you know, thinking good of me? You know, what's going on? I noticed this, it's like this skull that has an arrow through the eye hole. So it's like there's something that catches your attention, but there's something that you're not seeing. Something that catches your attention, but something that you're not seeing. I don't know. I feel like I should pull a card for that. I'll pull from this deck. Like, what is it that you're not seeing right now? We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. What is it that you're not seeing right now? The Eight of Swords in reverse. Okay. This is good. So far, this is good energy. This card literally was like this and flipped. Let's see. Five of Wands. Okay, so this is really, really good energy that I'm feeling here. And underneath we have the Knight of Swords. So let's see here. What it is that you're not seeing is that your situation, or this person's situation, has been changing for the better. There's a freedom from your own mind, a freedom from inner conflict. There's a freedom from arguments and fighting. And there's also this sense that you're trying to drop your guard in some way. So this is very beautiful, because this is showing us that you're moving forward. You're not seeing just how far you have come, is what is going on here. You have in the past been, have kept yourself in these negative loopholes, like the figure 8. It is about cycles. So you have been keeping yourself in cycles, and now you have been moving towards liberation and freedom, and where you feel open enough to speak your mind more, or be who you really are more in front of people. And it's important for you to know and to realize that it doesn't matter how long it has taken you. It doesn't matter where you are at the moment, as long as you're making progress. And you definitely are. That's something that you are not acknowledging, accepting, and being grateful for about yourself, as much as you should be. So if you never give yourself gratitude for being strong and really getting out of your head, then you really should pat yourself on the back and be proud of you, because Spirit is saying that Spirit is proud of you. I feel like Spirit really wants you to see just how far you have come and how much you have stood in your power. Perhaps you work with Lilith, or you want to work with Lilith. Personally, honestly, me just learning about her and trying to work with her, I feel has definitely liberated me so fucking much. And so she is, such a great goddess. Very liberating. And I feel like you have been stepping into that liberation, where you're tired of being guarded and fighting with people. It's like, nah, like, you know what, if you're gonna come to me with that energy, then that's on you. But I'm not going to let it faze me. I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm gonna speak my mind, but I don't want to cause a fight. I'm not trying to fight, but if you ask my opinion, I'll give you my opinion. I don't want to have my guard up. I feel like this may be in terms of your heart. So maybe you've had your guard up and you've been fighting in terms of your heart. You're healing your heart space. And it has been really painful and really challenging, very difficult for you. And I'm feeling again that spirit saying, like, be proud of yourself, like we are proud of you. You will never know just how proud of you we are to see, to see just how much you have shown your strength, your courage, your truth, your true self. You're stepping into your power and you're choosing not to let people, places, and things hold you back anymore. And that's beautiful. So it's interesting actually, because I just noticed underneath here, this card has also been following around. We have the Page of Swords in reverse, who's the headless horseman, and we also have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So it's interesting because even though this is the page, they're both on horses. They both look exactly, practically the same, don't they? And both of them are in reverse. So I have a feeling, I have the sense, even though this is the Page of Swords, to me this is with this knight here, it's like reiterating that same exact kind of energy. It's like charging ahead, moving forward towards what it is that you want. Here we have clouds, and here we have the moon. So clouds can symbolize clouded judgment, not seeing right. But that's also what the moon can symbolize. It could symbolize illusion. And here we have the darkness. So you may be feeling disillusioned. You may be feeling there's something that someone has been keeping from you, not saying for you. Perhaps the King of Cups. Maybe it's about the world, like closing out of cycles. The world was in reverse, so perhaps there's something again that you have been struggling to close out the cycle of. With both of these cards in reverse, they're looking inward. So I feel like your goal right now, or I feel like something that you are moving towards, is that inner work. Being honest with yourself, being honest with who you are inside, being honest with your shadows, being honest with your light too. Trying to move away from the clouded judgments, the clouded, foggy, whatever, and trying to move to the calm, trying to, you see, with all these stars here in the background. Oh no, they're like little leaves. They look like stars. So there's this message, even though they are, part of the trees here. There's this message to look forward to the stars. Look up towards the stars. Have hope, like the star card. Hope and healing. So that's beautiful. Let's see if there's any... What chakras or chakra, what do we need to be aware of within our energetic body? We have self-confidence, the solar plexus chakra, the third chakra. I trust myself fully. I will not allow fear or doubt to hold me back from doing what I am here to do. I have confidence, belief, and conviction in my abilities and goals. I welcome questioning by others, as this gives me a chance to clarify my truth, ideas, and philosophies. I trust in a higher power, and I am open to new challenges. So definitely, I feel like what has been helping you move away from this kind of energy, what has been helping you move away from blockages, from arguments, from self-doubt and fear and shit talking yourself, is because you've been gaining confidence. And that is something that definitely 100% that Lilith teaches us. She teaches us to be confident, to be honest with ourselves, to be who we really are, and not to give a single fuck about what anyone else thinks. Definitely. Your confidence has been increasing, and if you really take a step back to view it from your higher perspective now, from where you are, that you have leveled up a little, you can see in hindsight just how more confident you are, just how much of this energy that you really are embodying. And that's beautiful. And you really do deserve a pat on the back, a hug, you deserve that. Because it's not easy. It really isn't easy to be confident, especially in this day and age with media, social media, these, photoshopped models and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy these days, in particular, to really be in that energy, but it's important that we still, regardless if it's difficult or not, it's important for us to remain confident and to build our confidence, so that way we're not jealous, or we're not angry, or we're not spiteful, or we're not pitying or anything like that other people just because they're different or they have what we want. The 7th chakra, the crown chakra, selflessness. I am kind to all. I am aware that everything I do or say affects others. I will help those who seek it, and I will seek out ways to be of service. I develop an attitude of looking for ways to help others instead of always waiting to be asked. Everything I do from a spiritual perspective, and I put my heart into it. So with this, what it's saying is, I am kind to all. I am aware of everything I do or say affects others. So, like I was saying, it's important for you not to give a fuck about what other people think or say, but at the same time, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And I did say that those exact words earlier as well. It's not what you say, it is how you say it. You know what I mean? You can find ways to speak to people, to speak your truth to people in a way that's not going to come off so harsh, bitter, controlling, or anything like that. There's better ways to communicate, and what this is saying to me is it's time to be more selfless in terms of, start trying to do more for other people. But it's also saying that it's also time for you to, how can I say? I know this is the selfless card, but I'm getting a little sense of you also need to be a little bit more selfish when it comes to doing what it is that you want to do, because it's your path, it's your life, it's where you want to go. Don't let people hold you back just because they don't like it. People are going to speak their mind. Hear them out. Listen to them. Really, genuinely, take their words, seriously, and contemplate on it. Maybe it's something that will enlighten you, and maybe it's something, a decision or a choice or whatever, that may feel more in alignment with you. You don't know until you give it a chance. So what this is saying is to give that a chance. Give those people a chance. I just looked up. I haven't been looking up at all. I saw 33, 32. And, with all those threes, also, with the crown chakra, I know it's not a 3, it's an Om, the symbol of the universe in the center there, but it looks like a 3. So 3 might be a significant number for you. 3 is a powerful number for manifestation, in my opinion. It's time for you to be more selfish, but more selfless as well. So I'm seeing this as there's a need to find that balance within yourself and how you interact with other people and all of that sort of thing. That's what I'm seeing. Help others, be of service to others. Think of how you can be more open to help others, but also think about how you can be more open to help yourself. Because what's most important for us on our journey is that we need to learn to love ourselves, to treat ourselves right, and to provide for ourselves so that way we can provide for other people. And so we can be there for other people. We need to get enough sleep. We need to pay our bills. We need to eat first before we could hang out with our friends and be like, hey, let's go eat. Like, oh, I'll pay, it's on me. You need to make sure that you have a job, that you're making money, that your bills are paid. You have to take care of yourself first, and that is not a bad, selfish thing. It is a good kind of selfish. You know what I mean? It means that you're putting yourself first because you love yourself so much. You have that confidence that you need to take care of yourself before you take care of other people. There's nothing wrong with taking care of other people, and it is important to do so. You are blessed to be a blessing is something that I learned growing up, and that's something that sticks with me. You are blessed to be a blessing. Don't be afraid of being who you really are. The people who come to you are meant to be in your life, and if they're not meant to be in your life, they're not going to be there anymore. So don't stress out over it either. Some people, everyone's different. Everyone has a different way of doing things or different perspectives and all of that. So don't allow other people to affect your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, especially with this card here. This is the first chakra, the base chakra, the root chakra. This is independence. And definitely Lilith teaches independence. I know what my needs are, and I actively pursue them knowing that I will be guided and provided for when I put in the effort. I open myself to all possibilities and participate fully in life. I use my imagination and my vision to initiate what I wish for, and I pursue it. I am not waiting to be rescued. I am not a victim. I am strong. That is Lilith right there. Perhaps you're still healing your heart. You're still healing your heart. I know that's not really a heart. There's the symbol there. It's not exactly a heart, but it looks like a heart. And it's making me think of heart chakra, even though we don't have heart chakra here. There's that need for self-love, again, self-confidence. There's that need for you to, I know what my needs are, and I actively pursue them knowing that I will be guided and provided for when I put in the effort. And that's exactly what I'm saying. It's time for you to follow your heart. Speak your mind, be yourself, be confident. Go within, do that inner whatever it is that you need to do to be honest with yourself, to communicate with yourself, to not be afraid of who you really are. So let's see if we can get any cards from here. Communicate, analyze, let your mind tell you how to. This is Gemini, I think. Oh no, it's Mercury. The awareness of many thoughts about or from many words. So you may be really, again, trying to communicate with yourself and with other people, trying to analyze what's going on. Why is this person not communicating? Why are they not talking to me? Let it go. Don't worry about it. Many thoughts about or from. So what that's saying again is that you're really in your head a lot about this situation that is going on in your life, which is understandable. We all get in that, What's important for us to catch ourselves in those loopholes and to stop it, which you have been. And this is saying, kudos to you. Don't stop now. Keep going. So the next two cards, we have South Node and we have Jupiter. Learn or teach. Be positive about, grow and expand. So definitely you're trying to grow, you're trying to expand, you're trying to reach your fullest potential. And you're on the way. the granting of blessings from good fortune. So this is saying that, luck is on your side, spirit's on your team. Like, don't forget who your team is. Your team is a powerful, badass group of individuals, of these strong, powerful entities. No matter who you work with, gods, goddesses, ancestors, angels, demons, like whoever it is that you're working with, no judgment here. They're protecting you, they're guiding you, and they're happy to see that you're really stepping into your true power and being who you really are. And they're saying, don't stop now. Keep going, you're right there. Remember, reconsider, now is not the time to. And then we have, there will not be anxiety about trouble. So I do see that there's a lot of aspects within you that is still questioning, that is still codependent. Because this card is on top of the independence. And there's anxiety about trouble. There will not be. So that, to me, is saying codependency. Remember, reconsider. Now is not the time. So there's something in regards to maybe that career or that person, that there's still some kind of codependent behavior that you have within yourself that you're not noticing. That's important for you to release that. And I feel like you're working on it. You're trying your best. Spirit's saying you're doing good. Don't stop now. And I feel like that's also what these two cards are saying. Don't stop now. Go within and be honest with yourself. Remember who you are. Reconsider your options and reconsider what it is that is holding you back. If there's something holding you back, ask yourself, why am I holding on to this? Why am I allowing this to make me so anxious? Why am I allowing this to trouble me so greatly? Because it's not doing anything but damning me, holding me back, keeping me bound, keeping me codependent. When in truth, your spirit team, your team wants you to be independent. If you cannot be independent, how can you be with someone? Because codependency ruins relationships. I've seen it happen so many times. I've read it happen so many times. I've, watched videos about it happening so many times, and it's happened to me personally so many times. Codependency kills relationships. And if you guys are both codependent on each other, you're keeping each other stuck. Like this Eight of Swords. So that's something definitely to consider and to think about. Let's get a dragon today. It's been a while. Miss my dragon friends. We have companions, and they're every color of the rainbow. And we have death. Awesome. I genuinely do love the death card, so that's cool. Because death, with every end comes a new beginning. Death is just the beginning, because it means that there's always potential for something new, something greater, something fresh. Companions. You may be asking about friends. You may be hanging out with your friends more. You see, there's so much diversity here. It's beautiful. Your friends may... I saw 43, 34. Your friends may be very diverse, and when you guys hang out, you guys really bring out the best in each other, bring out like that rainbow of color. You guys are so diverse and bring up this spectrum that people, when they see you hanging out and they see your dynamic, I feel like some people might be a little jealous. Some people might be very happy for you and your friends. But in the end, what's important is that you and your friends, your coworkers, whoever this is, that you guys are open and honest with each other, that you guys allow each other to be there for each other, to hear each other out, to be really good friends. So I feel like this is you wanting to find your soul family, you wanting to find that companionship. And I feel with this death card here is saying once you release whatever's holding you back, you're going to be inevitably creating space for this beautiful companions. for for these strong bonds, for these beautiful friendships that are going to be genuine and that are going to bring out every spectrum of color within you. Every spectrum of color. We have intuition, we have communication, we have this death card, right? So renewal. We have love, wisdom, power, intuition. We have creativity. Right here, all this beautiful, creative, powerful energy, purity, honesty, truth. And that's beautiful. That's what's coming in for you. Right at the bottom of the deck, I saw it a little bit. It was the New Beginnings card. So there are new beginnings trying to enter your life, but of course, you cannot have a fresh start without an end to something. And I'm curious what's underneath. Earth Chalice. Earth Chalice. So you're really trying to ground yourself. You're trying to figure it out what it is in your mundane life that needs to change. Trying to be honest with yourself. What it is that you want and don't want in your life. Earth energy. You're trying to create stability and abundance for yourself. You're focusing on your work. You're focusing on getting your shit done. And if you're not, that's what's coming to you, or that's what you should be focusing on. So beauty. For this card, it's really bringing back to our awareness that self-confidence card. Know that you're beautiful, you're sexy, you're gorgeous, you're handsome, you're cute, you're everything, you're gorgeous. It doesn't matter how thin or how thick you are, you need to love yourself. You know, look in the mirror. You should be able to look in the mirror and feel beautiful and feel grateful that you have a body that's working and that's beautiful. Even if you don't think so, someone does. I guarantee you, I promise you. Even if you don't see it, just because people don't say it doesn't mean that they don't think it. And I just noticed like all these like golden scales on her arms and her legs. So it's making me feel like mermaid energy. Perhaps you love mermaids, perhaps you work with mermaid energy, perhaps you've been wanting to. This may help your confidence. So you should consider looking into mermaid energy, which is something that I've never gathered from this card before. So I feel like that's a specific message for someone. Underneath we have passion. That's definitely, I feel that you have been stepping into your passion, not afraid to be happy and to transform. You see, we have those butterflies. Making the transformations necessary that you need to in order for you to have this death and rebirth. And underneath we have justice, which I saw when I was shuffling under the deck earlier. Justice. So you're trying to find balance within yourself and within your connections. And that's beautiful. That's something that you should be happy that you've been doing. Be proud of yourself. Sorry about that. The answers you need are coming. So this is communication right here, because this is Gemini, and Gemini is very communicative. The answers you need are coming. I feel like the answers you seek are within you. Yes, we all hear that. Sometimes we hate hearing that, but the answers are coming. So I feel like you may be getting in communication from someone or from a job or from somewhere that you don't expect. The answers are coming and you don't see it coming. I forgot I didn't even bother reading this card. I'll read it right now. Underneath we have a personal issue reaches resolution. We have be bold and make the first move. So what I'm seeing with this be bold and make the first move is saying like, when you know what you want, go out and get it and don't give a fuck about who thinks what. Of course, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So if you have to figure out a good way to say, like, well, I'm gonna do my thing, whether you like it or not, then sit with yourself, go within yourself, and figure out the best way for you to communicate that to someone in your life. And regardless of the response, know that you have your divine right is to live your life. No matter, even if your parents, your coworkers, your boss, of course, you have to do what you have to do. You have to be professional, you know? But at the same time, like, you deserve to speak your mind. Now, of course, if this is a career thing or a job thing, you have to be more cautiously aware that there's some people who are very, very fucking petty, even if they're bosses, and they might want to fire you just because. So keep yourself tempered in a healthy way. Figure out what it is that you're trying to say. Figure out the best way to say it. And if you have to ask your friends, like, hey, I need some advice, then gather as much advice that you need to do it. And go with what feels right to you in your gut. And know that no matter what happens, that it's going to happen for your best. Even if in the moment something bad, like what we perceive it to be bad, happens, it's for the best, I guarantee you. It means that there's something greater and something better out there for you. Be bold and make the first move is saying don't be afraid to reach out for that. Now I'm seeing this little card peeking out. I don't think you can see it, but in this deck. What is that? Step out of your comfort zone. That's what this card is. And then it's time to take action with Aries underneath. What's this? Your commitment is being tested. So whatever it is that you're trying to commit to, show the world the real you. Your commitment's being tested. Like, show the world the real you. Don't be afraid to be who you are just because of random people or just because of friends or family. Like, the people who are really there for you, who really love you, are going to accept you. As long as you're not going around raping and murdering people, then you do you, boo-boo. Like, who's anyone to tell you not to? Really. Like, you want to be a doctor, go. You want to be an artist, be an artist. You know, don't hold yourself back from doing what it is that you love. You want to be a musician, then do it. But you have to figure out the best way for you to do it, because you need to focus on your stability, on your foundation. And only you can decide that, and only you know what that is for you. I cannot say. And this is a general reading, so I can't give specifics on that, because everyone watching this is going to have a different purpose, different interest, different friends, different company, different work, different everything. It's time to take action, though, so don't be afraid. We are in Aries season, so, you know, if you want to take advantage of that new moon that's coming up in Aries, then definitely take advantage of that. Maybe put intention and energy into new projects and new creative endeavors and whatever it is that brings you joy. Step out of your comfort zone again. Don't be afraid to do so. Now let's read this card that I didn't read earlier. Let's end on this one. Meditation and silence. I sit still in meditation regularly, as I know there is power in silence. I seek out stillness during some part of every day. In silence, I am open to receive without asking and without expectation. In the silence, I will hear and see the truth. Rest, tranquility, and peace are rejuvenating to my spirit. Miraculous, emotional, mental, and physical healings are available when I am open to receive. So there's that message again of being open to receiving. Be open. Allow Spirit to come in to help you. But you have to be open enough to help yourself. Definitely meditation, silence is important. And again, with both of these under the deck energies, being like how I'm saying, going within and being honest with yourself. Brutally honest with yourself. One doesn't even have a head on. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to chop off your head, not theoretically, metaphorically, in order for a new one to come back, to take its place. So what that means is, like, there's that need to release that old mental state, those old perspectives that no longer resonate with you, that don't work with you, that are only holding you back and causing you pain and anxiety and fear. Don't overanalyze it. Chop that shit off. Heal it. Heal it so that a new one can grow, where you will be more open, more caring, more happy, more diverse within yourself and within your energy, your friend group, even your coworkers, everything. More openness, more understanding, more adventure. So I will leave the reading here. Thank you all so very much for being here. I really, truly, deeply appreciate each and every single one of you guys, always and forever. I saw 5522. 5 is about change. 2 is about balance. So there's a need to focus on change and balance. I hope this message resonated. If you'd like to, I would love to know what card resonated with you the most, or what message really resonated with you the most. How does it fit? If you'd like to share, I'd love to know. Thank you all so very much for being here. I love you guys. Take care. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. 5550 I saw. So 555, there's a lot of changes in the horizon. Know that you are strong enough. You're beautiful. You're sexy. You're gorgeous. You're smart. You're powerful. You're everything. But you need to believe it for yourself. So thank you guys. Love you. Bye, soul family. See you next time.